most dating situations won't end up in favor, but at least don't let it end in disrespect.
Don't you ever forget that being black is an honor because you come from greatness.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Welcome to ChesleyIRL Podcast, where we have real and unfiltered, thought-provoking conversations to help and heal. So welcome back, y'all. We on episode 13. So as you can see from the title, dating don't need to end in disrespect, y'all. So I actually posted a video on TikTok, and I literally just get my random topics off the fly. So I'm gonna insert the video, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it. So okay, y'all, so I had a topic that I wanted to bring up. So you know how when you dating people, right, the whole purpose of dating is to figure out the person that's best for you, right? So I feel like when you talking to people, it don't have to end in disrespect. That's my point. I hate when you talking to somebody and then it end up being this weird, where the person end up doing something to try to be mean to you, or instead of them just saying okay, well, this is not gonna work for me, I'd rather we just go our separate ways. I don't think we a good fit. I don't understand why people just can't communicate and say, hey, this is not conducive for me. But I still wish you the best, and I hope you find the person that's for you. I wish people would just be respectful when it comes to dating, because I feel like you don't have to be disrespectful just because somebody's not for you. So if you're dating somebody, just be respectful and let them know that this is not going to work for me, and just move on peacefully, respectfully. That's it. All right, yeah. So as y'all can see from the video, basically I was just saying how the purpose of dating is for you to get to know, people, and see what person is best for you. And I feel like it doesn't have to end in disrespect. And I'm respect is one of my core values. I feel like if you won't have nothing if you don't have respect for other people. Because I feel like with dating, everybody is different. Everybody was raised different. Everybody has different values. But we don't have to be disrespectful to one another to end it and then go our separate ways. Because the purpose of this conversation, I wanted to create a thought-provoking conversation to help and heal for, just us as human beings, just to be better and kind of be mindful of how we handle each other and how you come in contact with people, because your actions and how you treat people, and it really has lasting effects. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not as strong as me, where I've endured a lot of disrespect with my situationships. Because I'm gonna have to make a disclaimer. I've never been in a relationship before, but I've been in situationships. But I will say that I don't think you have to be in a committed relationship for you to understand that you have to have respect for the other person in order for the relationship to work and be able to be honest and have effective communication. So, with this topic, I think about one of my dating situationships that ended in blatant disrespect. And honestly, this situation happened, I believe it was last year. And the guy, I remember, I think I met him at the gym, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no hater. He was fine. Definitely my type. But just the way he handled the dynamic was just very disrespectful. And don't get me wrong, I'm not finna sit up here and make it seem like I'm perfect. But one thing I was respectful. And if I did do something, I apologize to him, because I feel like I'm the type of person, I've been through a lot, and I'm really big on being transparent with a person and letting them know hey, I don't have time for games. If you on games and you trying to play, let's just wrap it up. That's what I'm on. I feel like some men, instead of them just saying oh, you know what, I'm not the man for you, or I'm not ready to be the man that you need, they won't even just say that. They rather just kind of keep it going, and then end up doing something disrespectful just so you can cut them off. And it's that disrespectful stuff gotta stop. Honestly, me, sharing my experiences is just a way of self-reflection and being able to be able to help and heal with me sharing my story and something that I went through. So like I said, I met him at the gym, and it seemed like we clicked at first, but then after a couple days, I realized there was no intention behind, his actions. And he just seemed like he wasn't really into like getting to know me, which is fine, because I'm okay with rejection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those people I don't understand that rejection is part of life, especially with dating, because you're not gonna always, get the person that you want, and the person that wants you, you might not want them. And I just feel like rejection is just a part of dating. And with him, I remember we had I would say disagreement, or I wouldn't say a disagreement. It was something that he did that I didn't like. And I'm the type of person, I don't really have a problem with expressing myself and letting somebody know, like, hey, I don't like that you did that. And I think when I did that, it rubbed him the wrong way, because I think a lot of people are not used to like open communication, where it's almost like a lot of women will be like, communicating with a man, and then she'll suppress like how she feels, instead of like letting him know, like, hey, I don't like that you did that. Because me personally, baby, I ain't scared. If I feel something, I'm going to say something. So I think when I was being expressive, like, I guess he didn't like it. Or, I think what it is that when a person don't really like you, it really don't matter what you do. It's just going to rub them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them things where when a person don't like you, they are just convinced to misunderstand you. So there's not going to be no understanding anyway. But basically, I basically expressed myself, and I don't know, this conversation went left, and I was just like very apologetic for some reason. Like, I mean, I know it probably rubbed him the wrong way, but I'm like, wait a minute, looking back on it, I'm like, why are you apologizing to him? Like, you just expressed it to him how you feel, and it's like the fact that he's not even able to like you address like how you feeling. It's like that's how you could tell that he's not for you. But then, we were able to move past that, and then, we were communicating, and I believe one day I think I either messaged him or he messaged me, and he said something weird to me. So I'm the type of person, I'm not really big on texting. I'm the type of person, I pick up the phone and call you and say what I need to say. So I ended up calling him, and I was trying to like get understanding of like what he was saying. Like, I don't remember the exact conversation, but I was just trying to I remember I was trying to get clarity on like exactly like what he meant in his message. So then like he immediately flipped the script and was like, oh, you trying to act like you so mature, and just because you say sorry to me about something in the past don't make it right. And he was like, you so manipulative. I'm like, manipulative? Like, keep in mind, y'all, like I said, I've never been in a relationship before, but I've been in situationships, and I have never no man ever told me I was manipulative, because I'm a very blessed woman. I live a very abundant life. I've never had to lie. I've never had to cheat. I never had to steal. I've never had to do anything out of the norm to like get what I want. Like, I'm a very honest and transparent person. And like when he said that, I was just like, manipulative. And I'm like, oh, I see what he doing. Because I feel like this is important. Like, when you're going through situations, you have to have moments of reflection to be able to reflect on the situation, to understand what actually took place. Even though there was no understanding in the midst of the conversation, you look back on it and realize, oh, so basically, instead of him just saying that he didn't want to deal with me no more, he just got mad at me because he wasn't able to get what he wanted, which was sex. Yeah. So sometimes, like when you're talking to people or dating or getting to know people, sometimes people, that's all they good for. That's all they know how to lead with is their body. Because a lot of people don't have anything else to offer when it comes to this dating. So sometimes all people can lead was that I was about to say the D word in disrespect. Because most men are low-key delayed when it comes to like being intentional with women. And this conversation can go vice versa. It's not just for men. I mean, for women. It's for men too. Like, I'm talking about a man, but this could apply for a man dealing with women. You know what I'm saying? I can only speak to dealing with men because I don't date women. So, but yeah, like, I just felt like it was so disrespectful for him to like, call me, like basically label me as a manipulative person. And like, keep in mind, this man we never even made it on a date. He didn't give me no money. I didn't ask him for no money. Like, I didn't ask him for anything. Like, I think it was like, basically I had got my hair done. And he was like basically saying, he was like, I can't wait to see you. That's what it was. And I was like, oh, well, what do you have planned for us? And like when I said that, he got so offended. That's what made me call him. And I'm just like, looking back on this, like, he didn't have to be disrespectful. Like, I think a lot of men, they be knowing that you a good woman. And they know, because I remember he said that to me. That's how you know people actions don't match up to what they say, because I remember when we first started talking, he was like, oh, I could tell that you a good woman and you got a lot going for yourself. So regardless if things work out between us, I know you're going to be good. So the fact that he said that, he knew that I was a good woman, and he knew that he wasn't the man that he know that I needed. So instead of him just bowing out gracefully and saying, hey, you know what, I'm not in the space, to be the man that I know you deserve, and I know you're a good woman, I wish you the best. Like, it could have just been positive. Like, it didn't have to end with him calling me manipulative and then hang up the phone. Like, how old are we? But I say all that to say is, like, being disrespectful to people that you know that don't deserve it. Like, I could see if I was like a disgusting woman to him and I was mean and disrespectful and I was just trying to use him, but I genuinely wanted to get to know him. And I think probably the little misunderstanding we had was like, he probably said something that he was going to do something or he didn't do it. And I'm the type of person, like, I ain't scared to, like, let it be known, like, hey, don't tell me you're going to do something and don't do it. And I think a lot of men, they get frustrated by, like, confident women that know what they want. Because it's like, when a man lack leadership, he become, like, mean and, like, and just spiteful. And, Lord Jesus. But good thing, I was able to understand that situation when I went through it. But it was another situation that I went through. Oh my God. I think this happened like maybe 4 years ago. I used to live in LA and I had met this guy, and he had a lot going on with him, y'all. And this situation was probably the most disrespectful that was, hold on, let me see. Well, probably, I ain't got time to, well, I probably do got time, but I ain't finna name all the situations. But this is another situationship that stuck out to me, because basically he had a lot going on with him when I met this man. And he had some family stuff dealing with him. And one thing I will say to y'all, hurt people. Like, y'all got to keep that in mind, because when you dealing with people, if they got a lot going on and they not kind of like using like good tools to kind of like help themselves work through situations, just leave them people where they at. But basically what happened was this man was dealing with some issues with his family. And I'll never forget, I'm a very like caring and concerned person when I deal with people. So I had basically like reached out to him and was just checking on him, like, hey, I remember you let me know what was going on with you and your family. Like, I hope everything is okay. Just checking on you. And like when he was on the phone, he was just very like cold. Like, he was just like, I'm good. Like, what's up? So I basically said to him, I was like, well, it don't seem like you too excited to hear from me. He was like, I will never forget what he said. Like I told y'all, people actions have a lasting effect on people. So what he said to me was, I said that, you don't really seem like you excited to hear from me. He was like, why would I be excited to talk to you? We just gonna take a moment of silence and reflection on that, because that was very disgusting. Like, honestly, I couldn't believe he said that to me, but then again, I can believe, because like I said before, hurt people. Like, when people are hurt, that's all they know how to do, is just hurt you. Because especially if a man don't feel good about himself, he definitely gonna make sure you feel it too. See, I can laugh now. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. But I ain't gonna lie, that situation bothered me, because I really was genuine with him. I really like had pure intentions. But like I said, when you a woman and you lead with like genuine pure intentions, some men, they know that, like I said before, they know you're a good woman. And they know that you're very caring and concerned, and they know that they can't be the man that you need. Like, and I wish people would just be more honest and transparent about where they are, with their mental health, their finances, and just overall, like, their space and, like, the capacity they have to date. Because I feel like if you're not a whole person, you're not happy with your life, you're not happy with yourself, you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror, you're not going to be able to be a positive, like, person in the process of getting to know somebody. And, like, the two examples that I brought up, it was just very disrespectful. Like, dang, I'm manipulative, and nobody excited to talk to me. I'm just like, damn, like, shit didn't even have to go like that. Like, honestly, because these same two situations, these men complimented me. They noticed good qualities in me, but then in the same breath, like, was being negative and nasty towards me. And it's like, but like I told y'all, hurt people just hurt people. That's just what they know how to do. And, you know, I hope, you know, me sharing my experience will let y'all know to be mindful of how you handle people. Like, let this video be a reminder of, let me be careful on how I handle people when I'm dating. Like, I just feel like, just be honest. Be transparent. Like, don't be dishonest with people. Like, let people know where you at, what you trying to do, your intentions up front. Because, good thing I'm a resilient woman. But imagine if I wasn't. Like, I would still be hurt behind those situations and still be feeling some type of way about myself, and feeling like I'm inadequate as a woman, and feeling like I'm not good enough because, you know, those men didn't see value in me to, like, you know, want to be in a committed relationship. But no, I don't see it like that. And I feel like this is also an example of, like, regardless of how people treat you, don't make it seem like you ain't good enough just because they didn't see value in you. Because that's one thing about me. Regardless of if I've been in a relationship before, I know that I was a damn good woman to every man I ever came in contact with. Because I've always been a very genuine person. Like, I wasn't raised in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Even though my parents not together no more, like, they put on a good show to show love to each other. They damn sure put on a good show. So I didn't come, like, I came from love. You know what I'm saying? From what I know from growing up. But now that I'm older, that's a whole different situation. But it's just like, I never was raised to be, like, malicious or to be a user. Like, I've always worked hard for everything I have. I never had to use nobody, ever. So I just feel like we just got to be mindful and just make sure you watch how you handle people. Because, you know, dating is supposed to be like a learning process where you learning the person, you learning yourself by, you know, being in you know, being in like the situation with this person. So it's like, you know, you don't have to be mean and nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you I feel like as soon as you realize that this ain't for you, you need to let them know immediately. Like, because dating don't need to end in disrespect. Like, you should be leading with love, respect, kindness, you know, consideration. Like, it's our life is already hard enough. And I feel like dating don't need to be harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest with people. And understand that, you know, and also another thing, understand that some people ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? I was able to just move on and take it on the chin. But some women out here ain't playing. And some men ain't playing either. So you might be their 13th reason, and they might take you too. No, I'm laughing, but I'm being serious. Because I feel like a lot of people, like it's a lot of people out here that they not playing. They not finna play with you. So stop playing with people's emotions. Because if you ain't about that and you ain't on that, leave them people where they at. Respectfully. Just let them know, hey, I can't be what you need, or, you know, we not a good fit. And yeah, just keep it moving. Like, if you struggle with being honest with people, like, if you're not confident enough to like let a person know in person, just send a text. Just say, hey, you know, I appreciate the time we spent together, but it's not a match. What they said, pop the balloon. Pop the balloon and let them know respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I wish you the best. I mean, if you don't wish them the best, just keep it short and simple and straight to the point. Like, hey, you know, this ain't for me. You ain't for me. I don't know. Whatever you say, just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Be transparent. Be respectful. That's the point of this podcast episode, is to remind you guys to be respectful. Lead with love. Lead with kindness. Lead with respect. Lead with consideration. Because y'all got to understand, it's a lot of people that they struggle mentally. And I think a lot of people, I mean, might not be as strong as me, where I'm able to take rejection, disrespect, and just move on and continue with my life. But some people, they gotta get their get back. So you might end up disrespecting the wrong person. So yeah, just be respectful. Lead with love, and yeah, make sure you just be like an honorable person. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, the way you end situations with people, it says a lot about you and your character. Because I'm the type of person, I ain't got time to be playing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is short, and if I feel like, you know, a person is not a good fit for me, oh, you know what? Actually, I have an example before we wrap this up. So I actually ended up meeting a short king, y'all. This man ended up approaching me at the gym, and he was real nice. He was very respectful, which I appreciate with him. But as we were talking, like, I was just like, girl, you know good well you don't want no damn short man. So I end up, you know, texting him, and I was like, you know what? I really appreciate you, like, approaching me and being respectful, but yeah, I don't want a short king. I was like, because he had planned the date and everything, and I was like, I just got to be honest with you, because I don't believe in wasting people's time. And I let him know, and he was like, I appreciate you being honest with me. And you see, he didn't disrespect me, I didn't disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? And it ended in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just respect, love. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt this man's feelings, and he didn't hurt mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we are mature enough, or you need to be mature enough to be able to use your words and just let somebody know what it is. Do not play with people's emotions. Be honest. Be transparent, y'all. Okay? So this was episode 13. Dating do not need to end in disrespect. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something. I hope you use this podcast episode to be mindful on how you move in dating and being respectful and leading with love. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if you want to continue to keep up with me. And make sure y'all make sure you subscribe so you can catch a new episode every Monday. So y'all, thank you for watching. Bye y'all.
The black woman is everything, the black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious, the black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold, they no more precious than gold. Look, the black woman is everything, the black woman is gold.